can extract whatever will be said. Sure. With that said, the Director General will do his make his deliberations, followed by the Chief of Operations, and of course they will pave the way for whoever that they deemed necessary to be a part of this process to come in and speak, and thereafter we'll take a few questions, at least one question from everybody here, if we may, since the number is enough. Okay, no problem. So again, in my own capacity, I'd like to say to all of us, happy Press Freedom Day to you, please. And again, without wasting any time, I'd like to say, Honorable Director,
thank you very much. Thank you very much. When I say thank you very much, I think of our man. I want to see the president yesterday. Today is a great day. You know, as a former pressman, I always want to celebrate this day because it's a very important day that speaks to the very holy and noble profession that we all love. We'd like to first and foremost express our heartfelt appreciation and congratulatory message to the press around the world. On this day, the LDEA would like to share with you in your joy and in your celebration as to this very Freedom Day. The press will have to seek freedom, will have to be there and be allowed to express and espouse issues of national and international concern. So we stand with you, we work with you, we appreciate you. On behalf of the Minister of Justice, on behalf of our President, I'd like to say congratulations to all of you. Now, today, we have some development that I will share with you, but before I start, I'd like to introduce to you my deputy for operation, Hassan Fediga. Hassan Fediga basically is the guy responsible for operations of the LDEA. He's the guy, these statistics were driven from his action. And another colleague by him is the Chief of Operations, the guy, the deputy to Mr. Fediga. They're in charge of going after these folks as we have them. Today also, we have strange development into our quest, but also to reflect on our 100 day. We're going to go there through the line, but those are the things that we want to share with you today. Today, we also have Mr. Ability, who's Tony Ability, lawyer than led to always have the title. Tony Ability has been very helping us as a consultant to actually put our legal situation. We have a whole team of lawyers here now at the LDEA because we have a couple of cases that we have to be tried in the court. So we basically are going to be having a lot of folks here to help us do that process as well. We will be drilling you through our stats and our information for the 100-day deliverable. And I can share with you today that what was required of us for the 100 days of the president. And the 100 day basically is just a way of letting all of us know that you would put in place issues and programs and projects that would set the basis of your working environment. What you intend to do to actually champion the president's criminal justice and drug agenda. That's what we've done. We set that basis. In the process, amidst all of the difficulties, financial and budgetary difficulties, we made gains, we made progress, we've established our footprint on the sand of time at this level of our existence. So we share with you where we have moving on those agendas. As a professional organization, we set forth to push ahead with making sure that we address the core agenda of the LDA. That is, we will interrupt the drug trafficking, drug distribution. We have successfully begun that process. The statistic we will share with you will tell you a story of an organization or an agency that set path to actually achieving those objectives. We'll also tell you that during the 100 days of our existence in this government, we can tell you that our quest has been to catalog a process of engaging the folks that are bringing drugs in our country, the folks that have subjugated our young people, that have killed our people with reckless intention. We have now set up a path of going after them to the point we've arrested several of the distributors, several of the traffickers, and by that we're going to be extending beyond the trafficking and the distribution. We're going to go after that as we go forward through the processes. We've asked that we establish the process of just engaging folks that are generating profit from these drug sales. And so as we go through it, Vediga will go through the listing, the statistics we have. The 100-day deliverable basically are giving us a biggest understanding as to what we should do as a member of the LDEA. During the 100-day, we basically took over the awareness. Besides interrupting the trafficking and the distribution, we basically got into the awareness process where we started to go after folks who are basically doing drugs. And to go after them, we had to go to the community. We have to keep the community aware as to what are the dangers, what should be done to actually create an environment to have a peaceful situation, owing to the fact that you have almost 1 million plus of our citizens on drugs. 20% of our country population is on drugs. So we had to go back to our folks. We've gone to the churches, we've gone to the masjid, we've gone to the schools, the madrasa. We've gone to those places where our community can congregate. We've had community engagement, so as to allow our people, alert our people on the danger of drugs. What are the consequences? What are the repercussions of these actions? And basically, I can report to you today that our engagement, we've come with good results. Today, after 100+ days, we now can report to you that the kush epidemic is on the back pedal. We can tell you that kush now, instead of the $100 Liberian sales that we had for it, it is now up to $250 Liberian. That is a barometer that can show to us that there is scarcity. Scarcity because of the strong enforcement tactics that have been employed by our operations department and that have also been employed by our community engagement department. We can tell you that our departments, under extreme financial difficulties, have made big gains, and we are very thankful to this president for the opportunity to order us to actually make this strive. We have the strong opportunity, we have the strong opinion that with the passage of the budget, with the budgetary allotment, the minimum budgetary allotment they're giving us, we'll use that as an opportunity to actually make strides, gain our step into this process as we go forward. So, not to take you much down, we basically will allow the statistic as you see it, so as to reflect on the gain that we've had. We have drugs in our storage that basically reflect on what are some of the processes we had. Now today we have several drugs, several new drugs that we can now tell you openly, if much steps is not taken, that's going to create serious havoc in our society. The good thing about it, we are one step ahead of them. The LDEA have put up a vigorous operational tactics and patent But now I've had the opportunity to seize some of those drugs, and we now put up, through the little opportunity we have with budgetary allotment now, we now can start to buy into the intelligence to stop the spread of any further drugs of that kind. Without much ado, and first I'm just going through these things. I will have Fediga give us a little gist as to what it is regarding the operation pattern and the situation at hand. I will come back and talk to you about the Royal Hotel incident. I'm sure most of you guys want to hear exactly what went on, what transpired. Sure. And that's something we'll tell you wholeheartedly. It is something that, with my 35 years experience in law enforcement, both here and in the States, this is something I've seen all the time. I've done it, I've seen it more than 35 times. At least I'm being conservative with the number, but to invite people to a conference, because of the way in which it is being perceived publicly, that we invite somebody for a conference to converse. You're not charging him, and you're not forcing him to have to talk. And the person, because of who you are, there is a propensity, there's a proclivity to resort into dangerous kofofo. We take a different approach in getting to a situation like that. But I think it's a normal issue. You can invite people, you can have a drink. You say, why are you taking a drink? Most especially this guy who we did not know. You've gotten 5 information on this guy. I want to know him. People say, oh, man, when you do that, I mean, you already elected him. Man, no. You elect somebody that you know. And it is not, by inviting him, doesn't mean I'm convicting him as a criminal. But the intelligence will have to be collated, and we have to find a way where we can now have both of those, that are more than 1 or 2 intelligence based upon information, to collate them, and then you come with a decision. But in the process of doing that, you have the right to meet this guy in Jerusalem, anywhere. But the fact that it turned into that brawl, I'm shocked or surprised that this level of arrogance was exhibited. But then it was good, because we got to know the person we're dealing with, and we got to find out that this person basically was vitriolic in his approach and was belligerent in all of his interaction with regards to folks. And that's the belligerent attitude, belligerent action that resulted into the tear gassing of the folks dispersing the crowd. That's basically what it is. But I will give you a chronological explanation as to how, when, where, and who happened at the war. But I'll leave that for the last, because I want to keep you listening as we go through the process. But I'll let the Deputy Director General of the DEA for Operations give us a viewpoint as to where we are, and then we can resort into getting into the lab technician. Where's the lab technician?
Yeah.
Okay, lab technician is here. And so you can...
Gentlemen, good evening, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm Director Fadiga, Director of Operations for the DEA, and I have assumed the role for pretty close to 2 months now. Coming to this role, I did not anticipate what I'm seeing right now. You know, sometimes when you live in the diaspora, you hear about the devastating effect of drug on our community. You think, you really don't feel it, you really don't know how the magnitude to which this drug is affecting us until you start to witness it firsthand. I've had the opportunity, to go conduct getaways, visit, conduct search and seizure in the night. We do it, sometimes we do it all night until 10 a.m. in the morning. And I've been part of the team that have gone to do this thing, and I've seen it firsthand. At one point in time, I broke down. I had to remain strong for my team, even if I broke down, because I didn't know people were living in such, I don't know the descriptive attitude to use, in such a poor state in this country. Horrible, that you don't wish it on your worst enemy. I had the opportunity to visit several known ghettos like the Penals Bathing, Zimbabwe, the notorious Zimbabwe. And I would like to speak on those too. I visited other areas all over Monrovia and some other people. And I visited Penals Bathing. Penals Bathing hosts more than 650 people, drug users. That little space holds more than 650 people. When we went there, all of them started to flee. They went into the community and started to disturb the community. We had to leave. We arrested a few drug peddlers and we left. We had to go back, re-strategize with the team, and I spoke with the Director General about that. I said, our approach is wrong. We have to change our approach. The president had declared war on drug. We went to some stakeholder meetings, some plain review, rehabilitation center in Bentor and some other area. I said, while the process is going through, we cannot raid these people and get the people over here. We have to keep them in that space. It will take them, all hell will break loose in the country. That's a small village right there.
Small town.
Small town.
Yeah.
I hope people could go there and see